Strategically positioned by God, every delay, every rejection, every trial was preparing you.
What if the job you didn't want, the delay you are frustrated with, the people who hurt you, the wilderness you are walking through right now, is not punishment, and it is not an accident? What if it is positioning? Brethren, you are strategically positioned by God. Every situation, every circumstance, every closed door, and every open one. It is all preparing you for a purpose that was ordained for you before the foundation of the world. Before you were born, God had already written the final chapter. He knows your end from the beginning. What if your greatest disappointment was actually your divine appointment? What if every betrayal, every delay, every closed door was God positioning you for the purpose He planned before you were born? Dave walks alone in heavy rain. Job applications rejected. Business collapsing. Friends abandoning him. Phone full of unanswered messages. The world appears against him.
Where are you?
No disappointment, delay, betrayal, rejection, or hardship is wasted in God's kingdom. Every season is a divine positioning process preparing us for the assignment He established before we were born.
Why is all this happening to me?
Sometimes life feels unfair. Doors close, friends betray. Dreams collapse. You think people are destroying your future, but heaven is constructing it. Let's look at real people in Scripture during their positioning moments: Moses, Joshua, Esther, Jesus. We would see God's hand the whole time. Moses was positioned through the desert. The desert was a classroom. He spent 40 years tending sheep in Midian, after fleeing Egypt. A season that looked like exile, failure, and wasted potential. But that wilderness was actually leadership training. God met him at the burning bush and sent him back to Egypt as a deliverer. The very desert he thought disqualified him was the classroom that qualified him. Your quiet hidden season isn't God forgetting you.
Lord,
it is God forming you.
I'm listening.
Joshua, positioned by proximity. Joshua served as Moses' assistant for years, watching, learning, carrying, waiting. When Moses died, God told Joshua to arise and lead the people into the promised land. His years of faithful service in someone else's shadow were positioning him for his own assignment. The season where you feel like you are just assisting or serving may be the very training ground for what God is about to hand you.
I will go where you lead.
Esther, positioned for such a time as this. Esther's rise to queen wasn't just a beauty contest outcome. It was divine timing. When genocide threatened her people, Mordecai told her that perhaps she came to the palace for this exact moment. Her position wasn't for comfort, it was for a crisis only she could stand in. The favor, the platform, the relationship you have right now might not be for your comfort. It might be for a moment that hasn't arrived yet.
I was placed here for this moment.
Joseph, positioned through betrayal. His betrayal was his elevator. Sold by his brothers, falsely accused, forgotten in prison. Every situation Joseph walked through looked like destruction. But he later told his brothers that what they intended for evil, God intended for good, to save many lives. Prison in Egypt was actually the pathway to the palace. People may mean it for evil, but God is positioning it for good. Your pain has a purpose you may not see yet.
God never left me.
Jesus, positioned before the foundation of the world. The perfect plan. Even the plotting of Herod, Pilate, the Gentiles, and the people of Israel against Jesus' only accomplished purpose. What God's hand had already determined beforehand. The cross, the most unjust event in history, was not outside God's plan. It was the plan. If God can position even the cross for redemption, He can position your setback for your breakthrough.
Love will overcome.
All the biblical heroes, before they were elevated, Scripture says the word of the Lord tested them. Positioning often comes with a testing phase. A period where the promise is still forming in you before it is fulfilled through you. The job lost. The relationship that ended. The betrayal. the illness, the delay, the unanswered prayer. Each painful memory transforms into glowing stepping stones leading upward. People thought they were rejecting you. Heaven was redirecting you. The delay between the promise and the fulfillment is not empty time. It is preparation
Every
time.
step was preparing me.
God works all things together for good. Moses, Joshua, Joseph, Esther, David, Paul, Jesus. Finally, Dave realizes his life has always been connected to God's eternal plan. God prepares the person before revealing the purpose.
You were leading me all along.
You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are not abandoned. You are exactly where God can prepare you for what He already prepared for you. He declares the end from the beginning. Stay connected to God, trust Him in every season. What looks like a setback today may be the very path to your divine assignment tomorrow. God is not merely taking you somewhere, He is strategically positioning you to fulfill the purpose He ordained before you were born. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. How to respond to your positioning? 1. Stop despising the season you are in. Every wilderness, waiting room, and workplace is a training ground. 2. Stay connected to God in prayer and the Word daily. Positioning without connection leads to missed opportunities. You must recognize the moment when it comes. 3. Forgive the people who hurt you. Like Joseph, you cannot walk into your purpose while holding on to bitterness toward those God used to position you. 4. Watch for open doors, not just comfortable ones. Esther's door was a palace with a death threat attached. Not every open door will feel safe, but it may still be the right one. 5. Trust God's timing over your timeline. Moses waited 40 years. Joseph waited over a decade. Your breakthrough is not late, it is timed. Wherever you are right now, in the wilderness, in the waiting room, in the workplace you didn't choose, in the relationship that hurt you. Hear this, you are not stuck, you are not forgotten, and you are not off track. You are strategically positioned. The very thing you are walking through is preparing you for the purpose that was ordained for you before you were ever formed. So stay connected to God. Stay sensitive to His voice, because when the moment comes, and it will come, you don't want to miss it because you weren't paying attention. You were made for such a time as this.
Thank you for watching. Serve God, trust His plan, shine for Christ.
If this message encouraged you, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Lord, position me for your purpose.